Tonight's homework, solving an angle. That was my superhero voice. Anyways, going from X, label it. Yeah, same stuff we've been doing for a couple of days. O, H, A. If you can't label a triangle by now, please come into extra help. You're way behind. Working with O and A. What am I going to use? Not sure. Well, what you should do is write SohCahToa across the top of your page every time you start. Now I've got O and A, so what's it tell me to use? Bing, tan. So tan of the angle, which in this case is x, because it's the unknown angle. I don't know what x is. So tan of x is equal to O over A, which is 3 over 13. And now I solve. How do I solve for an angle? You use the inverse button. So I'm going to go across the room to get my calculator. And we're going to inverse this. Now, see on your calculator? It's got that tan button. Well, look over top of your calculator. Oh, right over top of your tan button should be a tan to the negative 1, because that's what I'm going to actually do. X is equal to tan to the negative 1 of 3 over 13. Now, there's a whole bunch of different ways to plug this in. In my calculator, I'm going to do second tan, and I'm going to do 3 divided by 13, close the bracket. It equals. It gives me 12.99 or 13 degrees. Now, you can also use your fraction button. Shift tan to the 3 over 13, punch it in as a fraction, gives you the same answer. On some people's calculator, you have to actually punch in 3 divided by 13, hit equals, and then do shift tan of that answer. Now, actually, with most other calculators, when you just hit shift tan, it'll give you the answer. Make sure you can get 13 degrees. I should clean that up a bit of sloppiness. Okay, next. Theta. This is my angle. Theta means the unknown angle. Label from here, go O, A, H. This time I'm working with A and H. Look back to here. It tells me to use cos. So the cos of theta equals 8 over 16. Solving theta, I always use my inverse. So whenever you have to do an angle, use the inverse. So inverse cos in this case of 8 over 16. Punch it in however you need to. Shift cos of 8 divided by 16, or 0.5, and theta is equal to 60 degrees. So I found that angle in there. The angle is 60 degrees. Huzzah! Next, there's my angle. Labeling OH and A. OHA. Anybody know what this angle is already? You should. Well, maybe not yet. Label it with OH and A. It is tan, because it's O and A. So the tan of theta equals 7 over 7. So theta equals the tan inverse, so I always inverse to solve an angle, of 7 over 7. And theta equals...
Just a reminder to all Anderson bakers, there are treats in the office today.
Apparently there's treats in the office. How sweet. Sorry, definitely sidetracked by that little announcement. So, 45 degrees. Whenever the two sides, O and A, are the same, that means you have 45 and 45, because they're opening up to the same side. Okay, from here, OHA. O and H tells me to use sine. Sine of theta this time equals 12 over 13. Theta equals the sine inverse of 12 over 13. Theta equals 67.4 degrees. Okay, just gonna plow through this sheet, finish these off. Here's your angle. O, H, hypotenuse, A. So we are going with O and H, sine again. So sine of x is equal to 4 over 20. X equals the sine inverse of 4 over 20. Shift sine 4 divided by 20. Remember, your calculator might not punch like mine. If it doesn't, then do 4 divided by 20, hit equals, then shift sine. You should still get 11.5. Make sure you're in degree mode, otherwise it won't work at all. Okay, from here, label O, H, and A. Sine again. Sine of theta equals 8 over 16. What the? Oh, that was cos up there. Okay, not exactly the same. Well, it's the same triangle, it's just that I'm solving for the other angle this time. So theta equals the sine inverse of 8 over 16. Theta equals, it's the inverse sine of 0.5, 30 degrees. Remember that sine 30 is always equal to 0.5? Oh, that was degrees that I was solving in that last question, wasn't it? So 11.56, so I'll just round this to x equals 12 degrees. I usually take my degrees to the nearest degree, and I take my sides to 1 decimal place, but you can go 1 decimal place for a degree as well. I'm fine with that. Ask your teacher if they are, in case it's not me.